Capitalism comes for all of us, even if you're a communist state, and especially if you are China. Take Beijing's propaganda machine, for instance. It is already in overdrive. There is state-controlled media, internet censorship, rampant disinformation, surveillance, harassment, even arrests. So what could Xi Jinping possibly do more? If you think that he's run out of ideas, well, think again. The Chinese propaganda playbook has another weapon in its arsenal: outsourcing. China wants to outsource propaganda. It wants influencers to do what they do best: influence. But this time, do it in China's favor. And the plan is already in place. The Chinese government is organizing an influencer junket. They're inviting young social media influencers to visit China. They have launched a recruitment drive, and certain criteria must be met. The influencers must be American. They must love Chinese culture, quote unquote, and have at least 300,000 followers. Needless to say, they must be active on social media, on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and X. Now remember, most of these apps are banned in China. But that won't matter because the content is not for Chinese citizens. It is for the rest of the world, especially the Western world. Tensions are deteriorating, or rising rather, between Washington and Beijing. Trade, tech, geopolitics, everything seems to be caught in the crossfire. So President Xi is focusing on soft power, on influence via social media. Hence the fancy influencer junket. It will be an all-expenses-paid 10-day trip. Participants will visit multiple Chinese cities. They will visit the headquarters of Chinese companies like BYD. They will visit the Great Wall, of course. They will partake in cultural activities. All they have to do is live stream all of this, make vlogs, click selfies, and show people the quote-unquote real China. Not the human rights abuses, not the repression, the other real China. And let me tell you, China is not new to this game. Over the past few years, Beijing has cultivated a network of influencers with millions of followers from the US, Russia, the Czech Republic, and Israel. Also from ethnic minority communities like Tibetans, and most of all from Taiwan, which China claims as part of its territory. And it is almost always the same story. The influencers get an invite, the flights are paid for, they land in China, they get the red carpet treatment, they're hosted by the government or by Chinese companies. Sometimes they collaborate with brands, sometimes they have to perform, sometimes they enjoy the cultural experience, but they always have to praise China. And they get paid big bucks for it. The details usually remain hidden from public knowledge, but as per reports, Taiwanese influencers have earned more than $300,000 a year. Because this is China's influencer diplomacy. It helps them shape the global narrative and change negative opinions. This is much softer than China's usual grey zone intimidation. It is both shady and smart. But like most things Chinese, it is not original. Influencer diplomacy is used all over the world, in fact. It is called polyphonous communication. I know it sounds complicated, but it simply means inauthentic media campaigns which can expand global influence and control narrative abroad. Last year, the Maldives tried this. After tensions rose with India, their leaders made derogatory comments against India, so Indian tourists began boycotting the Maldives, and Mali decided to control the damage by inviting Indian influencers. North Korea is at it too. Last year, they invited influencers from Russia. It was Kim's diplomatic gesture for his BFF, Putin. And none of this is surprising. Influencers are no longer just baking banana bread or shooting YouTube videos from their bedrooms. They are now a $30 billion economy, the influencer economy. They are shaping public opinion, and they seem to have opened a new frontier in propaganda wars. After all, in a capitalist world, everyone needs marketing, even a certain repressive communist regime.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube: English,
stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktoren,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Kali radikali.
Japanese,
$4 trilhão以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.